All right, welcome to tonight's episode of Total Transformation Thursday. Tonight, we are going to be focusing on a theme of noticeably nourished. And so I want just settle in for a minute to what that feels and looks like to you, being noticeably nourished. Bring that into your space. And I am delighted to represent this opportunity for both health and wealth transformation that has um, deep roots in the wisdom of nature. And I am truly delighted to represent this opportunity tonight and to be with my sisters here in explaining exactly the impact or I should say the influence that this lifestyle has had on each of us. um, we gather each Thursday night to really explain and transmit the power of what we are experiencing as a community. And so what you can expect is to hear some stories that may resonate with you deeply. We'll hear some stories about health transformations first in the first half hour. And then in the second half hour, we'll hear some stories about how this is expanding our opportunity to bring in a passive income, to leverage our time and efforts. And so let's get started. My name is Nirankar, and about a year, almost 2 years ago in November, thought I was pretty darn healthy, eating organic, exercising, feeling pretty good. And into my life came an opportunity that I had no idea I needed. And I didn't think I could feel even better than I did. I was noticing, I'm 51, and I was noticing some aches and pains, maybe some disruption in my sleep. I was certainly perimenopausal. But I experienced a profound shift in my energy, in my sleep, in my digestion, and I was blown away by the power of what we're about to share with you. And so I would like to feature two other stories tonight, because they are also profound. So I have the pleasure of working side by side with Kahina, and she is a busy mama of two amazing girls and a new puppy, and probably a kitty cat here or there, I think. And she has an intuition about her own body and about what is here for us to partake in when it comes to a deep nourishing nutrition that she just like radiates brilliance, and she's super creative, and I love hearing how she's parenting her two little ones. But she also has a story that is very common for women, and I love that you're going to share this with us, Kahina. And please welcome to the space. I can't wait to hear your voice.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We are just so honored to gather with you and to sit in this space and share. And I really appreciate it so much. The space that is held for sharing our stories, because there is such healing in that. Every time I do this, and it's been, not it was not easy at first at all, and I feel myself becoming more and more excited to share. So I feel that healing taking place through these transmissions that we're offering, and I just am so deeply blessed by this space that we're sharing together. So thank you so much. Um, so yeah, I'll just start off with once upon a time, about a year ago. Well, it started after postpartum with my now 3-year-old Junebug. I had eaten predominantly organic for years and years and years, thought I was, doing everything right. But after a very traumatic postpartum or pregnancy and postpartum, I reached a state of depletion like I've never experienced. And it felt like my body was malfunctioning, and my emotions too. I had suffered with gut dysbiosis since I was little, and I kind of just dealt with it and did the best that I could, but just, thought that that's just the way that it was, even with as healthy as I ate and taking probiotics and everything. But after this postpartum depletion experience, the gut dysbiosis was so miserable and sometimes like scary, because when our gut is out of whack, it really can affect our emotions as well. And then on top of that, caring for 2 young children by myself. So I got to the point where I was just like, this is enough. This is enough. I'm not doing this anymore. And I really sent out this prayer where I just was not playing around. I was like, I'm calling out for help and I am wide open to receive it. And it was a prayer like I've never prayed before. And it was lickety split that my friend posted about the superfoods that we're sharing about and the protocols that have helped so many of us. And I saw it, and I had a whole body yes. Like I didn't even think about it. I just messaged her immediately and was like, yes, I know that's what I need. So I placed my order, and this might sound kind of crazy to some people, but I literally felt a shift within my being before I even got my package. I felt this like support, this like I could feel angels around me is what I felt like. And of course, when I got the package, like I couldn't get it into my body fast enough. And the shift that I felt within days was profound. And my bowel movements were also profound. And just, it really, really shifted my whole being and my whole experience with my children, and my ability and my capacity to be with them and, really just devour the goodness of motherhood, and challenges come up. And this whole time, that I've been with this company, I have felt so supported through every challenge that has come up. And motherhood can feel pretty lonely at times, and sometimes, especially as a single mama, but I'm just so surrounded by angels. And I can't imagine my life at this point without this community and this plant medicine. So thank you for hearing my story.
Thank you for sharing, Kahina. I have a quick question for you. Would you describe your emotions starting to really balance out once your gut felt healthier? Was that part of what you experienced?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And not only that, but, in motherhood, when we are really grounded into the experience, we can receive these downloads through, this connection that we share with our children, and these really profound kind of zoom out moments. I mean, not just with children, but this is really something that I love about the journey of motherhood. And it brought me back to that space where I'm able to, like, you know, time stands still, and I can just see this, like, all these dots connect and profound messages come through.
Yeah, and how perfect that they're here, giving you a message right away.
Right.
Well, feel free to tend to the needs there, and we will then transition to another health transformation story. So thank you, Kahina. And Christen, I really look forward. I'm not as familiar with your story, and I really look forward to hearing it. I think that what you'll find is that there are some trends here that many people out there have. Well, first of all, gut dysbiosis may be the beginning to a lot of our issues, but also that there are people out there that are, suffering in silence because they're just not sure that something better is out there, and or something that can support them so deeply. So, Christen, please, I welcome you to unmute and share your health story.
Thank you so much, Nirankar. Thank you. And thank you for this space. This is a beautiful space for all of us. It's always so beautiful to come together with all of you and share. So my story is I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 2014. And it started out with optic neuritis in my right eye. And it was extremely painful to move your eye, and you don't even realize how much you move your eyes. Like, they're constantly moving all the time. And so any movement of the muscles in my right eye was just extremely, excruciatingly painful. So that was the first big thing that happened. Luckily, I work for an eye doctor. I've been in the medical, the eye, working for ophthalmologists and optometrists for 20 years. So I had a doctor that I could just immediately go to. But and that was the diagnosis. Optic neuritis is directly linked to multiple sclerosis. And so it was terrifying. I was right before my 30th birthday, and absolutely terrifying. And they immediately want to put you on drugs and steroids and everything. And I just didn't want to do that. And I was terrified, but I decided I'm going to take my health into my own hands. I'm just not going to do that. And I've never been on medication. That is my goal, is to stay off medication. So I very quickly just decided I'm going to do this. I had a great doctor at the time who was very holistic, but she was an MD, but she was very holistic, and she was on my side. She was really just giving me great nutrition tips, things to do, and she was just on my side with it. So that really helped. So I immediately decided, food is my medicine. Food is it. So I was juicing every day. I was taking lots of different supplements and stuff that have helped me a lot. And then years go by. That was 8 years ago. And it's hard to eat right. It's hard to juice every day and cut up those vegetables and fruits. And I mean, it's just impossible when you're working full time. I don't have children, but I do have responsibilities. I have, there's not enough time in the day to do all that with our busy lives. So, I've been eating organic for a long time, and I thought I was pretty healthy. I thought I was doing really good. And then you kind of jump on and jump off with the nutrition. You're kind of eating really good, and then you're not. And there's ups and downs with that. So I saw my best friend, Jo Marie, posting about these shakes and these superfoods. And I, all of she's gone through, and I was just like, what is she doing? What is this? But I immediately was like, yeah, this is like what I need. This is quick, fast food, healthy fast food, which is just miraculous. Like, we don't have that. Well, we do now, but we didn't have that. And it's just been, it's like turning on the lights. When I started drinking the shakes and doing the protocol with everything, I've never had more energy in my life. I should be fatigued and really tired all the time, and I'm not. I'm very much full of energy all day, and I feel really good since I've been taking these products. And food is my medicine. I've just decided I'm not, we don't have to go, we can follow our intuition, and we can make our own choices and make ourselves better. So we do have choices. So what else did I want to say? I think that's that's most of it. It was just, it's so easy now to have, one of the most incredible things that I can't believe is how I've been able to stick to this. Like, it's not a diet, but I've been able to stick to just eating good all the time. Like, I have my apples and I'm just eating fruits and vegetables all the time, and I'm full and I'm feeling sustained. And it may have been a little difficult at first because I did give up quite a lot, but it's actually very easy now, and I feel fantastic, and I feel like I'm getting better every day. I have had, it started out with optic neuritis, and then I've had a lot of neuromuscular pain over the years, weakness in my muscles, and I'm a very active person. For a lot of you that know me, I'm a former figure skater and coach, and I hike and I kayak and I yoga, I'm very active. So, and that's very important for me to stay very active and to have the energy to do so. So I now have the energy to keep active, and I now have the energy to keep active. So yeah, I think that is that's most of my story. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so beautiful. Thank you, Christen.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I want to take this opportunity before for the next few minutes and just share a little bit about the company and the mission of the company. And there are, both Kahina and Christen are speaking about a set of 5 products, actually. And these 5 products are put together and formulated by an organization, a company that was started by 2 amazing souls. And their entire mission by starting this company was to end human suffering, because what they saw was that our food system was not going to take care of our foundational health in the future because of who controls our food system. And they also saw that the medical system was not looking at a foundational place. Weren't looking toward medicine as food. And they really saw what was possible when we began to eat differently. The formulator, the founders of this company studied with some of the best in health in a long time ago. And so the health model is from regenerative soil. These products are the healthiest fast food because they're grown in regenerative soil that allows them to have the nutrients and minerals and vitamins that we are missing in our food system right now. And these 5 products that I'm referring to actually help us detoxify and nourish at the cellular level so that we are able to live in a world that's a bit more toxic than it used to be. And so the magic of these products is that they are put together in a very specific way. And so they are grown in soil that's very deep, healthy soil that's very deep, regenerative soil. And then they are wind dried in a way that maintains their deep level of nutrition. And so we can add water to many of them and have them come alive, and you can actually feel it. I've tried a number of dried, supplement kind of protein kind of things. And my body, when I taste these products, there's over 64 of 5 of them, something. So it's not just these 5, there are lots of them. But these 5 create a transformational lifestyle that begins to help you make decisions from a core place of deep well-being. And so as I was saying, I've tried a number of these, and my body hasn't really responded in the way that it responds to these 5 specific products. And so the person, whoever invited you here tonight, can really help you understand what these potent, yummy, as Tal mentioned, products are like. They're from the best quality fruit and vegetables, grains, sprouted grains, fermented grains. They are committed to no synthetics, no fillers, they are pure and premium products. Yes, seriously yummy. And so whoever invited you here can really help to explain what these 5 products are. I'm not going to go into depth about what they are. So please get with the person who invited you and they can explain. It's called the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation for a reason. I feel like it doesn't just transform your health, but your health is so deeply. I was wondering if that would happen. I did warn my co-friends here because my space is a bit, so disregard the doggy. But what was I saying? So help me, what was I saying? That these products are, yes, okay, so the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation is transforming not just your health, but it's also giving you a foundation that invites you to make better decisions about all of your life. And so it is these 5 products plus 1, which is a zinc aid. So we've just come through a period of time in our culture that has told us we need a level of supplementation and deep foundational health that allows us to be adaptable, allows our immune system to be strong. And there's an innate immune system, and then there's an immune system that we create through reducing our inflammation and our acid, and increasing our alkalinity. And these products are getting at that exact core. We're reducing inflammation, we're helping the immune system strengthen itself through the balance of our gut. And then we're also, yeah, so, and so the dynamics here is exactly what allows Christen and Kahina and myself and so many others to experience this noticeable nourishment like this radiance that just happens because we're beginning to be in our life a bit differently. We're beginning to feel the power we have in decision making. We're beginning to really make choices that we know are yes for us, or we know are no for us, because we're feeling embodied, we're feeling powerful, we're feeling so much healthier on many levels. And so, as Tal wrote in the comments, the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation Plus Immune involves these 5 products plus 1 product, which is a zinc aid. It includes vitamin A, D, and E, and it's really vital in today's world. So that is what we all recommend here. And it is, we actually recommend it for 3 months if possible, because we live in a medical system where we expect a medicine to take care of symptoms right away. But the body knows how to heal. The body knows what it's doing, but it needs a little time. It didn't get this way just like that, and it isn't going to transform its own ability um, to really heal and get the endocrine system and the nervous system and the digestive system all working so efficiently again, just like that. It takes a bit of time. So I think all of us can attest to the fact that we felt immediate results, but as we continue to use the products, the results are magnified. And then it really feels like you're standing on a foundation that's so much firmer. So that really takes us into and completes the first half hour around health transformation. So these products can stand alone. You can become a customer and try them and get and really work on your health to the degree that you're interested in transforming it and committed to doing so. But as I said, the owners of this company also had a vision around wealth transformation, that there are 2 things, are health that are maybe causing suffering, but then our ability to really stand and be sovereign and free in our own wealth and financial space is also a reality for many. And so the the owners of the company created a system where we can all thrive and have an open-ended amount of possibility when it comes to our income, and it's leveraged. So we're creating a team. So really quickly, I want to share a little bit of my own personal business story. I was working in healthcare for 25 plus years as an exercise physiologist. And I loved being with people. I loved developing relationships. I loved hearing health stories. I loved trying to help people with their health stories. And what I didn't like is it was really long hours, and in order to keep working up the ladder, the corporate ladder, I felt like I needed to put more and more effort in, spend more and more time there. And it really honestly did not align with any of my values. I was working against my values. I was not in alignment with being really in cahoots with Mother Nature, that it was pharmaceuticals after pharmaceuticals after pharmaceuticals, and we really didn't ever get to the baseline. Sure, we gave a little advice on nutrition, and I worked with a nutritionist, but but there was never discussion about how nourished people were. Like the food, you can eat the best food, even the best food, as you've heard, may not have the nourishment that you need. So I what I see now in my capacity to um, reach out to more and more people and share my deep alignment with how I feel nature has designed us to heal ourselves, or not necessarily just heal ourselves, but at least create the optimal conditions to allow us to take control of our own health. And so that is what Purium, to these superfoods, what this company and this opportunity affords me. I can reach out to more people. I can have an effect on so many more lives this way. I have time freedom. I have location freedom. I'm not working for somebody else that tells me when to punch a clock and when to not work or when to go home. That I get to do that on my own time. And I get to do it with the creativity that I bring. And so that's what I love about this particular opportunity. And I love the community that we develop together, supporting each other, learning how each of us are doing it differently, how we are joining hands and really putting out there an opportunity that may save lives. Yeah, we get compensated to create change. This is a transformational opportunity with a compensation plan. So I would like to reintroduce Kahina to then share a little bit about about um, her dreams, like what this is providing for her in terms of her own wealth and her own vision. And then we'll shift and hear the same thing from Christen, and then we'll open it up for any questions. So I am grateful that we have the opportunity to hear again from these amazing women. So Kahina, tell us a little bit about your own relationship to wealth and money in this way.
Well, okay, so I didn't even realize that I had money blockages, abundance blockages, really, until I started this personal development with a compensation plan. And kind of just felt like I had to do the grind, you know, and especially after the postpartum that I experienced, the last thing that I wanted to do was to put my children in school and in daycare and to be doing that grind. You know, I loved working in health food stores and in juice bars like I had, and, you know, studying health and wellness. And I really wanted to continue in this field. And so this has been amazing for my own the growth of my own dreams, because I'm literally getting to watch people and witness people thrive, mamas, you know, especially. There's men too, of course, but I'm seeing so many women and mothers just really, really thriving by, like you said, embracing their creativity and sharing their creativity. And I think that there's such divine, abundant potential when we do that, when the space is held for that. You know, I literally have a crew of angels. Like I said, that's how I feel about my team and my community, that are just like, you're brilliant, you know. And it's like I'm just peeling off these layers of that have been holding me back from feeling into my full potential and really allowing my dreams to grow, you know. So that has been so valuable to me, and to get to do it with people that I would choose to work with, you know, to collaborate with, is golden. It's just so, it's hard to put into words right now how much of a blessing it feels to be in this space with all of you and get to, you know, hold hands, link arms and hearts, and just share what is potentially life-saving. I literally believe that this has saved my life because I was hanging on by a thread. And that is why I'm so passionate to share this. I'm also a holistic doula, and I have such a heart for the mamas in the 4th trimester, all the trimesters. But, I think so many are overfed and undernourished, like me. And like you, like all of us have shared, we've all like eaten healthy, but in this day and age, we need to up level that. We need to, I think I'm going off on a tangent, but yeah, I'm just sharing my passion for why I want to build here in this space. And I feel so divinely supported to do that. I've gotten so many confirmations from spirit about my path, and just kind of redirecting my focus and helping me brush the fears off, anything holding me back, and just knowing that this is something that I can really do, make an income and make an impact. So I love it. I'm just so, so grateful.
Okay, who else has truth bumps all over? Just so love hearing your story, Kahina. I mean, what would the world be like if women, mothers, had a bit more financial power? What would the world be like? So that's really what we're talking about here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, make an income that makes an impact. Love it. I also want to just echo that this is part of the transformation that I know we're specifically speaking about women here because that is Kahina's niche. And I really welcome any men that are in the group that you understand the messages we've been given about money and that it being it has been used for power, and it's affected all of us. And when we all begin to shed these layers of money issues, that we start to step out into a different reality, into a different person, and we see possibility where we didn't see possibility before. And I love watching that so much. It's part of why I'm here. So thank you again, Kahina and Christen. We'd love to hear how this opportunity is impacting your understanding of wealth and all things things financial.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's been really amazing and fun to learn about this and to learn about this additional stream of income coming in. It's been really really eye-opening, and just a lot of what Kahina said, I completely resonate with, and feel the same way. And it's just, I'm in the grind right now. I'm in that 9 to 5, but that is not, we as sovereign beings, that is not our purpose. Our purpose is not to pay bills and die, pay taxes and die. Like, that's just not what we're here to do. And I love what I do. I do really enjoy what I do, because I help people see. I help people with their glasses and prisms, and I do a lot of neat stuff at work that I really enjoy doing. But every day in and out, it's just smart to have another stream of income. It's just smart. And I'm really excited because I'm seeing what this is creating in my life. I'm seeing the benefits of it, and I'm seeing the flow and the energy flow of money. And I'm really excited to, I want to teach more yoga. I want to help people with their health. There's so many things that I want to do to open up my scope, my range of being able to help people. And that's, you know, the nutrition is going to help people to, like you said, I think you mentioned Nirankar, um, and also Kahina, with the mental aspect of like how we live and all the stresses and everything that we live with. And when you eat right, you feel good. When you eat good, you feel good. And that's just huge. And then it's a way to make another income, which has just been profound. And I knew nothing about this type of marketing or anything. I didn't know anything about it. And it's just become this beautiful, it's becoming this beautiful manifestation in my life that I'm just really excited about. And I just want to help better people's lives. You know, that's really what it's about. And then in turn, you better yourself, you better your own life. It's just this beautiful cycle. So I'm really excited about what I'm creating. And really, like, with that money that comes in, I'm really focusing on giving that back, you know, like with yoga and helping people to meditate, you know, teaching people how to meditate and things like that is really what I want to do. So, and having that income, having that will certainly make that easier to focus on, to have that time freedom.
Yeah. So beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. So yes, as was alluded in the comments, most families are just a $400 bill away from like not a devastating financial crisis. And so as we see things unfold in our world, that more and more is becoming a bit unstable. And so this opportunity gives you a chance to create a business that is exactly in alignment with who you are, to provide another source of income that is out of a system that you're dependent on. I mean, sure, the company holds the products, and sure, but they are out. I've watched them go through some pretty profound hurdles. Like, they've gone over the hurdles of this entire COVID like experience, and to listen to the stories of what it took to get beyond, you know, from trouble with supplies to trouble with transportation to, you know, and things. So I feel like we have a say in a system that is outside the main system, and it gives us an opportunity to really live into what's possible when we use our own creativity. We no longer have someone else telling us how much we can make. It's really based on how much time and I want to spend, and how much transformation I will allow myself. So this is a unique chance in these times. And as Tal wrote in the comments, that the more sources of income you can have, and this is like leveraged income. So you essentially make money while you sleep because you have a team. Let me just explain. There are two ways to make money in this business. You can sell the products from a health standpoint, or you can also have a vision like Kahina and Christen and myself and many here in the group, possibly the person that invited you, is that we also want to develop a team that are of warriors of wealth, health and wellness, and wealth warriors that are out to alleviate human suffering. And so we come together, we learn from each other, we go to trainings together, and we begin to expand outside of ourselves in order to develop our team. And by developing our team, then when they're spreading the word under kind of alongside you, then we all benefit. Like the sea just rises, all of us, and we're all rising in the same boat. So that is really the beauty of this networking, this type of model, is that we're in it together. We're all in this together. We're learning from each other. We're growing together, and we share our visions, and we bring them to fruition together. So I'd like to take the last few minutes and just see if there are any questions, see if there's anybody out there who has something that they think that they would like to share. I want to open it up and invite you to do that. Okay, beautiful. And so, but let's just take a pause, and if there's anyone out there that has anything that they would like to share, and then we'll close this out. And please reach the person that invited you will be reaching out to you, but I invite you to really take this time to reflect on what ignited something in you. What did we say that you were like, wow, that's a possibility for me? And really let that sink in as a deep desire, and know that you can have what you desire most. And so they will reach out to you. And in the meantime, if there are any questions, feel free to come off mute and say hello.
I have a question. Thank you for opening it up. I'm dying to hear again from Christen. As far as your MS story, I had no idea that this was your story at all. So I'm really appreciative to hear this. I have a friend who is suffering also with the same symptoms with the eye and the whole thing. And so I just kind of want to know, like, what is your status now? Like, when did you start with Purium, and, you know, how long has it taken you to get to the status where you're at right now?
Yeah. So immediately, so 8 years ago is when I had the optic neuritis. And for about 9 months, I'd lost a lot of vision in my one eye. And it took about 9 months for that vision to come back. And I was not doing any medication, nothing. I was juicing every day. I was actually doing a paleo diet, which is meat and veggies, which was okay at the time. And it did influence my MRIs between. I was just eating really, really clean. Even though I was eating meat, I was eating really, really clean. But fast forward 8 years, now I know, you know, plant-based is much better for my body. And I feel that for sure. So in between, I got on Purium about in January. So it's been about 8 months, 7-8 months now. And I haven't had much problem with my eye for a long time. I do, if I close it's a little bit dimmer. It's a little darker than my good eye. So that damage is there, and I don't know that that's going to regenerate. I'm not sure. I've heard things that it can, and I've heard things that it can't. So I'm not really sure. Once that nerve, that sheath has been damaged, the optic nerve, I don't know. I'm pretty hopeful that it can regenerate. I have heard some things about that the nerves can regenerate. And yes, super xanthan, yes. And actually another a game changer, if you have a friend that has MS, or anyone out there, alpha lipoic acid has helped me beyond like any other thing I've taken, any other like supplement. It's alpha lipoic acid, and it's in our product, Revividol. So as soon as I learned about Revividol, I was like, I need that by the truckload. Just back it on up. And I love Revividol. It's even better than just alpha lipoic acid, because it has the other things in it too that are just a powerhouse. So yeah, that we have that product, and I love that product. So as far as how that 8 years that I didn't have Purium and I was trying to do my best and I'm eating organic and trying to eat really good, definitely just felt like a lack. I knew I wasn't getting the nutrition I needed. And again, working full time and trying to figure out what I'm going to have for lunch, go down to the cafeteria. That's not going to be very good. There's nothing I'm going to find there. And I'd have to bring my lunch. So this whole, it's completely, the healthy fast food has changed my life in how I'm getting nutrition. Absolutely. So yeah, I feel amazing. I feel great. I have tons of energy. Those of you that follow me, I'm out as much as I can, hiking and doing yoga and everything. And I feel myself regenerating, actually. So yeah, that from January to now, I feel everything is just regenerating.
Beautiful. Great question. Thanks for elaborating.
Okay.
All right, beautiful souls. Is there anyone else who has a question? If not, we will close our experience for tonight, and then I really encourage you to reach out to the person who invited you and share what resonated most. All right. Great. Well, be well, take good care, and stay nourished. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.